side ribs. And just for the next few moments here, let's be with our breath. Deep on the inhale and slow on the exhale. Allow a sense of gratefulness and peacefulness to be in you. And let it surround you. And on your next exhalation, letting the head bow slightly, looking in the direction of your kind, your peaceful heart, where your light resides. And then we'll slowly open our eyes and we'll bring our heads up. So just the usual, interlace your fingers, palms toward me, just seeing how those shoulders feel, and we'll start to head up, thumbs reaching away from you. Arms don't want to straighten as much today, that's okay. Just be where you are. Letting the head bow slightly forward, maybe feeling a stretch across the backs of the neck. And then as the fingers separate, we'll gently bring them around behind us. And if you can, clasp, if you just bring the fingertips together, that's fine. And let the hands reach down towards the floor. Just seeing how the tops of the shoulders feel. Once more, that head may want to, or not, bow slightly forward. Feel the lift of the front of the chest. And we'll gently release that. Kind of open and close the fingers a moment here. And we'll repeat with the change of the clasp. So the clasp changes, palms toward me. And once more, we'll head up. Same with the head on this side. Head may bow slightly forward. Feel those side ribs lengthening up. And with the same with the exit, fingertips gently move away. Arms come around you. Once more, your compassion, however you want to be back there. Hands reach down toward the floor. Throw the chest opens. Head may bow slightly forward. And we'll release that. Just do your little shoulder roll here. Just seeing how things feel. All right, we'll bring that right hand down. If you need that propping, I always like to say that. If you can use a block or books or whatever you need to do, as long as there's some support there, left fingertips reach up. So another big inhale again. Feel that left sit bone root, and those left fingertips reach up and over. Now let that left arm just kind of move around a little bit. Let that head tell you what it wants to do. Either look down, forward, or up. And while you're here, maybe that left shoulder wants to reach back just slightly more. Breathing into this, feel the support through the right hand. Then we'll lengthen up to those left fingertips. Now the left hand's the plant hand. Might need to move your propping around. And the right fingertips reach up. Another big inhale here, right sit bone roots, and right arm reaches over. Stay up a little higher if you need to this morning. And the same actions on this side. Maybe that arm moves around a little bit. Head may gently turn or not. And with the plant of the left hand, that right shoulder might just reach back a little more. Breathing into the right side ribs. And we'll bring ourselves up. We'll repeat each side. I like the second time around because you have the opportunity to bend the bottom elbow a little more if you choose. And as long as that opposite sit bone stays rooted. So we'll go back to the right side. Right hand's your plant hand. Left fingertips lift up. Using the breath. Now a nice big inhale here and exhale, we'll travel over. So here's your decision. Repeat what you did the first time, or if that right elbow wants to start to bend a little more, it's just allowing a little more opening through the left side ribs. Once more, on this side, that left shoulder might want to open back a little more. Head happy. Breath here. Breathing into this. And we'll lengthen up. Second side. So now, left hand to plant hand. Another big inhale here. Right fingertips lift up. And start to move over. And your decision. Elbow bends a little or not. Stay up higher. And maybe that right shoulder opens back slightly more. Breathing into side ribs. Good. And we'll come up. Come back to center. Once more, just a little shoulder rolls here. So we'll add our first twist. Happy with your legs. If you need to change the legs at any time, please do. Easy twisting. So we'll take the right hand behind us, using the prop if you need to, because we want the length of the spine. Left hand on right knee. Inhale up here and exhale, gently twist to your right. Breathing in this, tall spine. And on this side, if the head turns, it may not. The head may want to turn away from the twist in the direction of the left side. And then come back out. Well, if you did turn your head, we'll look back to the right. And then we'll bring ourselves around for now twisting to your left. So left hand's the plant hand. Feel that tall spine. Right hand on left knee. Once more with the breath. Inhale up here. And then exhale, gently twisting to your left. And head turners. The head may turn toward the right. We're turning the head back to the left, and we'll all start to look back forward. So we're just a little neck on each side here, so that right hand will come back down for the plant hand. Left hand comes up. Another big inhale here, tall spine, and then exhale, left ear toward left shoulder. Breathing into the right side of the neck. Be kind with this. And releasing this side, left hand will be the plant side. Right ear toward right shoulder. And we'll come back to center. Okay, we probably all know the cat and cow movements, but I want to take it static at first. So support the hands as you need to. Just round that back. Really feel the spreading across the back. Head starts to bow toward the floor. Pausing here for a moment. Maybe moving around a little bit, seeing how things feel. Maybe feeling a little around the waist, side ribs, glutes, doesn't matter. And then we'll come back up, and now we'll go the other way with the hands safely for the plant. Chest opens. So when you're on your fingertips or on the palms of the hands, wherever it is for you, feel some support and a little movement here. And we'll come back to neutral. Now using with the breath. Big inhale. And as you exhale, round that back. When you start your inhalation, we'll go back the other way. Hands plant, front of the chest lifts. Very, very slow movement. Timing with your breath, not mine. And as you repeat 2 or 3 more times, you may want to come a little bit deeper into this. With repetition, sometimes that opportunity is there. And we'll gently make our way back to center after you finish your rep. Okay, so for center, we're going to change the legs now to Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. So being on support as you need, but don't want to feel like the back is rounding. Bottom feet come together, either holding onto the ankles or toes or wherever that is for you. I invite you again to feel that tall spine. It's easy for the shoulders, and they have to, if you, especially if the hands are in front of you, but you want to think about those shoulders opening up. Breathing into the inner thighs, tightness you may feel. I like to keep the legs the same, but the 3 torso changes. So now we'll bring that hand behind us. Chest opens here. And safely bringing yourself up. Now we'll have a flat back forward bend. So hands come out in front of you for support. Fingertips start to walk away, but keeping flat back. Come to where you find an edge. Forward benders usually come a little lower. We'll round in just a moment here. So really want you to think about the little toes pressing together, big toe mounds moving away from each other, tall spine. And another big inhale here and exhale. This is your opportunity to come a little bit deeper if you choose. Stay up as high as you need to. And we'll gently walk the hands back. Assist the knees to come back together. Give yourself a little hug. I like this because it allows the sacrum to come back into the body with that tall spine action. All right, so we'll add one more little twist here. So if you'll extend your right leg forward. Grabbing hold of your left knee for a moment here, tall spine. We'll bring your right hand out, and now elbow and knee press together on the left side. Feel that lift. Big inhale here, and then exhale, we'll twist to your right. Feel the stability in the left foot. And we'll gently come out of this side and making your change. Left hand out for support. Right elbow and right knee pressed together. Tall spine, nice big inhale. And then exhale, twisting to your left here. Right foot firmly planted. And we'll come back to center. All right, let's see how the hamstrings feel here. We'll extend both legs forward. Tadasana mountain pose in the legs. Heels reaching forward, inner thighs opening down, broads across the backs of the legs. Support beside your hands beside each side. Tall spine. Make it a little bit more fun, but the toes come a little more toward you. Nice big inhale here, and then exhale, we'll gently walk the fingertips away from you toward your computer. Find that edge. Toes spread wide, breath full. And once more, using the breath. Big inhale here and exhale. If you want to come a little bit deeper, maybe some rounding in the back, that's fine here now. A little more flexible people, hands may come down to the legs, hands may grab feet. Be kind. It does not matter how low you go. And we'll gently walk our hands back. Good. So bend those knees again. Get that tall spine, making sure that the sacrum feels happy, the lower back feels happy. And we'll transition to our backs. I want to do a couple of our hip openers and a little hamstring opener and before we move on. Okay? So as you come down, always the head support if you need it. If you will, come down. I think it's very appropriate we do a little windshield wiper today, separating the feet the width of the mat. And with the feet separated the width of the mat, gently let your legs go side to side. Wonderful way to bring some movement into the hips. Arm position. There's 3 really, maybe more. By the side, letter T, or full body stretch arms. Totally up to you. Full body stretch arms, people. As the knees go to one side, lengthen through the fingertips, opposite fingertips away. And you can do that if the arms are in the letter T. Gentle, gentle movements here. Now we'll take it to the static. So the next time that your legs go to your right, we'll pause there. And this is the part where if you want a little more, you bring the right ankle past the left knee and breathe into this. If there is any knee pain, do not add the upper leg and breathe. If you did have the upper ankle over there, we'll take it off. Feet on each side of the mat, knees up and over. And now on this side here, left ankle past right knee. Releasing the upper foot here. A couple more times, just gently side to side. All right, working our way back to center, walking the feet back in line with the sit bones. Now easy twisting. So bring the knees towards your chest. We'll give you the opportunity a moment to start to straighten the legs if that's for you today. Gently let the knees go to the right. Lengthen through those left fingertips. Head may turn toward that left hand. Doesn't have to. Bring the knees up. Another big inhale again and exhale, knees to your left. Lengthen out to those right fingertips. Head may turn toward the right. So very, very slow movements here. Adding what you need, what you want to add in. If you will, just keep it with the knees bent for just a moment here. Chaturparvattanasana action, rolling stomach. And I know some of you want to start to add a little more to this. The legs might start to straighten a little. That lower back starts to say, nope, keep the knees close to the chest. We're going to go out the way you went in, especially those that have extended the legs. Start to gently bring them back in. And we'll start to make our way back to center. And then placing both feet on the mat. Assisted twist time. So if you'll extend your right leg forward, bring your left foot on top of your right thigh. And this is where you're gently going to pull your left knee over with your right hand. Left arm extended away from you. Here you go. As we've been doing, head may turn, may not. Lengthen those left fingertips away from you and breathe. Breathe into the left side of the body here. Come out just a little bit. Another big inhale. Exhale will come a little bit deeper. Safely. And coming back to center, we'll make our switch. So extending the left leg, right foot on top of left thigh. Another big inhale, use your breath, and then exhale, sister twist. Keep length to the left heel. And then come out a little bit, Another big inhale and exhale, possibly just a little bit deeper, safely. And then we'll come back to center. And right foot comes to the mat, bending the left knee. So both knees are bent here. So I want to do just a little bit of core work here. This is what I do in my classes. It's not a sit-up. It is really a curl up. It's like, if you will, clasp the hands behind your head. Knees are bent, feet safely on the mat. And all we'll do is lift your nose up toward the ceiling and pause. And as you lift that nose up toward the ceiling, visit your belly button. Invite it down toward the floor. Feel the abs engage, and then lower down. One more time. We'll bring ourselves up, pausing, and belly button down. And then releasing down. Now we'll start to add a little movement to it. Start you bring yourself up, belly button down, head comes back down. So here you are, a few times on your own. The inhale will be as you lower. The exhale will be as you lift up. Now those that want a little more, you get that by letting the feet gently lift from the mat. It can be a motion. The feet can come back down if you want to, or keep the feet lifted up. That's not for you. Keep the feet down. Want a little bit more? We'll start to extend those legs away. It's not a fast movement, very slow. And as those legs start to extend, you may think about, as you bring yourself up, those heels reach away, just hitting different areas. And then, as we've done earlier, we'll go out the way you went in, especially those with the legs extended. Slowly bring them down. And then the feet return to the mat, and releasing the hands behind your head and resting just for a moment. So I like to link the leg raises after this one. So with this one, we'll keep your left foot firmly on the floor, bend your right knee in toward you, and extend the right heel up toward the ceiling. And this will be the one today. Let's just do a third of the way down and pause. Another third of the way down and pause. And then we'll reach down. As the heel taps, the leg goes back up. So as you're doing this about 30 more times here, that's a joke. Decide, what do you want to do with your hands? They could be beside you. They could be in letter T. I like to offer the full body stretch arms. I might give you a little more, a little more gulp here. Breath flowing. It's easy to start to hold the breath a little, especially when something goes up. Keep it nice. All right, so if you will, one or two more times on this side, and you'll make your change. So now with the right foot for your foundation, left knee will bend, left leg extends, and here you go on this side here. Once more, if you want to do a couple more times, the opportunity will be to do both legs at the same time. You say, nope, not this morning. We'll just do maybe 4 or 5 more times on each side. So I have tight hamstrings, so I found it more accessible if I stack my hands underneath my sit bones, and that just gives me a little more movement to extend my legs away. So here you go on this side here. If you want to do both legs, if you need to do single leg, totally up to you. Breathing into this, think about that navel action, navel moving down toward the floor. Breath flowing. Feel the work in the abdominals. So we'll start to come out of this, whichever version you're using, and we'll go to the usual knees to chest for the staple roll counter. Make sure the lower back feels okay. And we'll place our feet on the mat. Nicely done. So let's move to our hamstrings. So using your belt or your tie or your whatever you may have, we'll take our right leg up. We'll start with the left knee bent. Body length in that right leg. I'm seeing how things feel. So just let that right leg move around a little bit. And then we'll bend that right knee, right foot on the floor, and we'll take the left leg up. First two are just little warm-ups, just kind of checking things out. Lengthen that left heel. And on this side here, just move it around a little bit. And we'll go back to the right side. So left knee will bend, left foot on the floor. We'll take our right leg back up again. So a couple of actions. Lengthen that left right heel away from you. Think about those toes spreading. And then start to straighten that left leg away from you. If you need to let off that strap a little bit, please, please do. You want to be kind with this. Toe one here. Left side of the body rooting, left fingertips reach away from you, letter T. And then here we go. Gently moving the right leg out to the side. Left side of the body rooting, right heel reaching away. Breathing into this. And we'll bring our leg up. Now what I call a crossover, so strapping left hand, right fingertips reach away. This is for the IT band, so your right big toe moves towards your left shoulder. Bring your right hand up to your right hip and gently nudge that forward. Usually gives a little more oomph to it. Breathing here. Coming back to center, strap back in right hand. We'll do 3 times on each side. So second time, slowly opening out. Coming back to center, strapping left hand, right fingertips reach around. Now, nice big inhale here, and then exhale, right leg's going to cross over the body. Lengthen through that left heel. Be happy in the right shoulder. It may lift up off the floor. Just thinking about it descending down. Lengthen through those right fingertips. Hand may gently turn toward those right outstretched fingertips. Or hand stays looking up. Breathing into this. A lot going on here. Both heels reach away from you. Legs very active. And we'll come back to center. Strapping right hand. Third and final time. Slow descent. Right leg gently reaches away. Feel that left side of the body rooting. Left fingertips reaching away. And we'll come back to center. Strapping both hands here. Here's where a little change may happen. Straighten the leg as best you can. A little more flexible. Head may lift from the mat. Does not have to. Hands may walk up strap. Hand may grab foot, depending on where you are with this here. Keep that left leg active. Keep that left heel reaching away. Spreading those left toes and breathe. Think about those right toes reaching back behind you. Whichever version you're doing. And with an emphasis, nice big inhale, emphasize, and then exhale, we'll release the right leg down. Kind of let both legs move around a little bit, seeing how things feel. And then we'll switch sides. Now we're taking the left leg up. And start to extend that right leg away from you. Letting off the strap if you need to, as you did the other side. And breathing into this here. Different sides may speak to you differently. Left thigh working, strap in left hand, right leg opens out to the right. And here you go, big toe 2. Gently opening out. And we'll bring ourselves back to center, strap in right hand. If you remember, we're going to keep the right toes looking up toward the ceiling. Left big toe moves towards your right shoulder. Left hand up to hip crease. And coming back to center, strap in left hand. Here we're open, second time out to the side here. And coming back to center, strap in right hand. Now left fingertips reach away, big inhale, and then exhale. Left leg crosses over, hips stack on top of each other. Lengthen through both heels. Happy in that left shoulder. Head may turn toward the left, possibly. And we'll come back to center. Strap in left hand. Third and final time. Gently slow descend. Coming back to center. Strap in both hands. And repeating what you did the other side. What do you safely need to do here or want to do? Head may lift, head stays down. Lengthen through both heels away from you. And with the emphasis, big inhale, emphasize something. And then exhale, we'll release your left leg down. Let's more kind of let both legs move around a little bit, seeing how your Supta Gangustasana, reclining big toe pose actions, how they feel. And we'll bend both knees. Taking it to a gentle bridge pose here with arms and breath. So if you have anything behind your head, we take it away from this part here. Firmness in the feet. Lift the toes, spread the toes wide, bring the toes back down the floor, moving forward. Nice firm foundation. And with your breath. When you start your next inhale, heels plant, fingertips reach up and back. And with your exhalation, very, very slow movement here. Hands and bottom comes down. Now, as we do this a few more times here, you may say, I want a little bit more. You get a little bit more by bringing, next time that you return down, the heels may come a little closer toward your sit bones. And we'll take it to a static bridge. So the next time you return down, pause for a moment. Once more, those heels may say, okay, I'm going to come a little closer here. And then as you bring up into your bridge pose, hands stay down if you need to. Clasping, the shoulders move toward each other, not toward the heels. Breath here. And then we'll gently release ourselves down. Okay, so we want to move to a side. And of course, supporting yourself as you bring yourself up into all fours position. So return to the cat and the cow for a moment here. I like it from all fours because possibly you can come a little bit deeper. So we'll take it to static first. Look down, spread your fingers wide as the hands press in around that back. Tops of the feet evenly into the floor. Then we'll come back the other way. Head lifts, sit bones lift, pausing here for a moment. And then coming back to neutral. Now we'll add it with the breath. Big inhale again. And as you exhale, round the back. Inhale, coming back the other way. Couple more times with this. Very gentle movement. A lot going on. And then we'll come back to center. All right, so this is the one where we'll, if you can watch first, we'll start to come back toward our feet, and then we'll bring ourselves forward. So, compassionately, start to come back to extended child's pose. I always recommend staying up a little higher, and then coming forward. You're going from a back bend to a forward bend. And a couple more times with this. And then we'll work our way back to center. All right, so adding a little strength of plank pose. First off, we'll see how we'll extend our right leg back. And with the extended right leg back, working with the calf a little bit here, feel the right heel extending away from you. Top of the right thigh lifting. Firmly plant the hands. And then we'll bring the right knee down and extend the left leg back. Actions on this side, left thigh lifting, left heel reaching away from you. And then we'll come back to center. So we're going to link both sides together for a plank position. And if you need to repeat what we just did, each side, please do it. So extending the right leg back and the left leg back, we've got our plank position here. Pausing for a moment. Compassionate to yourself. If you can, lift, reaching forward. And coming forward. Adding that plank back in. So next time you come up, we'll add that plank again. And now we're going to start to make our way back to make our first downward dog. So let those knees bend. Definite change in the feet of the hands. Wrists are in front of the shoulder blades. And then walk your dog. Sounds like a couple of you already have this morning. Good. I have Dachshunds, they do not like to get anything wet, so it's a little more challenging. Bend one knee, bend the other, kind of move around a little bit. And then we'll bring our knees back down. All right, so we want to get the better alignment, downward facing dog. So from all fours position, if you will, look down at your middle finger and move your heel out to where that middle finger was. Wrists are now in front of shoulders. And we'll lift back up to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. So if you will, bend your knees a lot. Really feel the hands press down, the sit bones lengthen back and up. Come up on your toes. Feel that stretch across the toes. Using your breath. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, heels start to descend down. Breathing into your downward dog. And using back the strength here. Bring yourself to plank. And maybe a high upward dog. Leave that part out if you need to. And then back to plank and Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward dog. Adding the one-legged dog. Rest anytime if you need to. That right heel will lift. And as it lifts, open up into the bell. Hands firmly plant. Right knee may bend. Leveling back up. Let those scissors open up a little further. Right foot returns to the mat. Come into plank position. Tall upward dog. Up in plank and downward dog. Moving to the left side. Left heel will lift. Left hip opens up. Left knee may bend. Any version is right for you. Pelvis levels. Left heel lifts up. Left heel comes down. Come into plank and high upward dog. Let's come to plank. Knees down. Active child's pose. We'll rest for just a second here. Bring yourself back up to all fours. So from all fours, we'll bring our right foot forward. If you've got those blocks or you've got those books, whatever you may have, tall spine here. Just for the psoas stretch, let that right knee bend a little more forward. Visit the top of your left foot. Feel it firmly planted in the floor. Then we'll straighten that right knee back to knee over ankle. Then we'll come into high lunge. So from high lunge, breath here. Low lunge is a perfect option if you need to. And from high lunge, we'll step forward. So right leg will start to straighten as best you can. Keep it soft if you need to. Left heel to lifts. Warrior 3 action in the legs. If you feel a little balance coming on here, hands may start to lift from blocks. They don't have to. A little more coming if you want to, or formal warrior 3. We'll bring that left foot back, walking the hands back to the block, high lunge. And we'll bring ourselves down, and we'll switch sides. Right foot back, left foot coming forward. Psoas stretch, left knee bends forward. Top of the right foot firmly into the floor. Back to knee over ankle. Okay, depending on what you would like to do here, high lunge. Feel that left, right heel reaching back. And then stepping forward. So here you go, straighten both legs of what's appropriate for you. Maybe there's a little balance going on, doesn't have to. Building the breath. We'll take the right leg back. And now we've got blocking in front of us for our first forward bend. So both feet join. Tall forward bend at first. Matter of fact, make it a flat back. Hands can come up the legs. Perfect option. Hands to the blocks. Feel the feet root, all four corners of the feet. Toes spread wide. Big inhale, and then exhale. We'll gently start to bring yourself into forward bend. Block people. Hands can come down a little higher, lower, excuse me. Legs on, hands on legs, people. Stay as high as you need to be safe in this. Uttanasana. We're going to work with a little chair. We're going to work with the thighs here. So take a nice big inhale, exhale, hands reach forward and up. Be kind to yourself, non-harming, in the legs. Feel the side ribs open up, hands lifting up. Big inhale again, and exhale, we're going to gently fold back to that Uttanasana. High as you need to. It does not matter wherever you are. Sit bones lift. Crown of the head reaching down. And one more, here we go. Fingertips reach forward. You may sit back on that. You may be starting the high chair. Maybe your low chair, wherever it is for you. Feel that length of the side ribs, hands lifting, and the head reaching away. And now we'll stand, press into the feet, fingertips lift up toward the ceiling, standing forward, full body stretch here. Big inhale here, and then exhale, releasing the arms down. All righty, so we'll work with a couple standing poses, or 3 or 4 or 10, whatever. So if you want to have your blocks, if you know you need them, on each side of the mat. We'll come to the center of the mat here. Mountain pose, feet firmly planted. Separating the feet, wide. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Left toes turn in, right leg turns away, 90 degrees, extending through the arms. So think about keeping that weight through the arms. Think about that crown of the head lifting. Big inhale here, and then exhale, shoulders stay level. Coming into your warrior 2. Gaze gently over the right fingertips. You can even look down. Is my knee over my ankle? Think about that left inner arch opening away from you. Back leg usually wants to come forward. It's got actions here too. We'll straighten that right leg, feet facing forward. Resting the arms if you need to, as you make change in the feet. Right toes in, left toes reach away. With the breath again, nice big inhale here. Exhale, left knee bends. Gaze over the left fingertips. Maybe looking down on this side. Is my knee over my ankle? Separate the feet a little wider if you need to make that change. We'll straighten the left leg forward, feet facing forward. We'll return to our mountain pose and the pause. Linking together warrior 2 and side angle pose. So separating the feet again. Wide separation. Left toes in, right leg turns away, extending through the arms. Once more with the breath, so important. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, back to warrior 2, repeating what we just did. As we did earlier, maybe second time around, maybe a little bit deeper. Maybe those legs separate a little wider, that knee bends a little more. Back, back. Left inner arch opens away. And we'll make our transition. Higher version, elbow to knee, extending through the arm away from you. Lower version, hand may come down to that block. And inviting that left shoulder to open back. Breath into this here. With your strength, we'll come back to warrior 2. Straighten that right leg, feet facing forward. The rest if you need to. Keeping the arms extended if you want a little more challenge. So, right toes in, 15. Left leg turns away. Big inhale again with the breath. Exhale, left knee bends. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. And then the transition. Side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. Right shoulder opens back. And we'll lift up back to warrior 2. And straighten the left leg, feet facing forward, and we'll return back to our mountain pose. The pause and to see how you're standing and all the openers we've done, how it makes you feel. Hope you feel a little taller. So we might as well triangle pose, Trikonasana. Feet move apart again. Going back to your right side, so left toes in, right leg reaches away. This time, of course, the front leg now. We're going to feel the energy coming up from the ground. Right leg will stay straight, extending through the fingertips. Nice big inhale. Lengthen out to those right fingertips away from you. Lengthen out, lengthen out. I can't lengthen out anymore. Okay, hand comes to something. Does not hang, possibly upper arm lifts. Head happy. It may start to look up. Does it not need to? Listen to your neck. Breath here. And we'll come out of the side. Left fingertips lift up, feet facing forward. Once more, rest if you need to. And we'll move to your left. So take a moment, right toes turn in, left leg reaches out front. With the breath again. Nice big inhale here, and exhale, lengthen, 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 lengthen. And coming down into your triangle pose. Breath here. Steadiness in the feet. And we'll bring ourselves up, feet facing forward, and we'll step our feet back to the center. All righty, so we want to do a little counter of your forward bend again. If you need to move those blocks back in front of you for support, please, please do for height. And we'll use the arms and breath. Really press the feet in. Nice big inhale. Inhale, lengthen up. And then exhale. We don't have the pulls open yet. They hopefully won't be long. Diving off that diving board. And coming down into your forward bend here. It's appropriate for you. Couple more breaths. Feel the feet plant. Feel the sit bones lifting up as best you can. Be kind in this. Crown of the head releasing down. And then we'll rise up. And feet plant. Fingertips open up. Lifting up. Arms reaching up. Nice big inhale. Urdhva. Staying here for a moment. Feet plant. Really lengthen up. Another nice big inhale. And then exhale. We'll release the arms down. Alrighty, so I think the next part we should do is a nice Shavasana. I can't hear you, I'm sure you're clapping. So we'll start to make our transition back down using propping that you choose to use this morning. Take a moment. And as you lay down, if you need to do a little something, please do. Some people like to do a little side-to-side twisting, maybe another windshield wiper, whatever feels right that feels right, and you can start to come into your relaxation. Head support is needed, maybe folding blanket under the knees. So Shavasana, of course, is all about letting go. Works over in the arms and the legs. So as you settle in, my take on is take a moment. Take a nice big inhale, and with your next exhalation, breathe out through those right fingertips. And moving to the left side, another nice big inhale, and the exhale, lengthen out, breathe out, through the left fingertips. Arms completely relax. And we'll take that same thought into the legs. Another big inhale when you're ready. And exhale out through the left toes. Inhaling, deepening again. Exhaling out through the right toes. With each exhalation, feel yourself just drop into your propping, drop into the floor. Softness around the eyes, around the ears, around the jaw area, relaxing the tongue down. And for the next few moments, we'll be with our breath. Yoga is all about space between thought. A lot of times when we lay down, the mind starts to do its thing. So take it to the breath. I'm inhaling, I'm exhaling. Great mantra. Breathing in that gratefulness and that peacefulness. With the exhalation, sending it out to our community and to the world. Letting your next inhale deepen. And slowly exhale. Gentle movement is at first so important. Fingers start to move, toes join in. Gently bending one knee and then bending the other. The side to side movement a few times. We'll gently move to a side. As you bring yourself up, let the head be the last thing that comes. And if you will, just for a moment here, we'll come back to a seated position. If you bring your hands to your hearts, feel your thumb at that compassionate heart center. Once more, that feeling of gratitude, that feeling of peacefulness. And namaste.